Hi guys, I'm on a busy street here in Guanajuato, and I want to take a little bit of time to show you something that I personally love about the city. But first I want to answer the question that's on everybody's minds. Who is this lady and where the heck is Lito? My name is Luna, and I know that Lito has mentioned that he wanted to bring in people from the community to share a bit about what they love about the city. So I am honored to call myself a friend of Lito's and very happy to share some of the things that I love about Guanajuato. One of the things that I love experiencing is the tunnels of Guanajuato. And I know some people might be thinking that tunnels, what's the big deal? Well, the tunnels are fascinating for a number of reasons. And one of them is that it's sort of a metaphor for life, isn't it? The tunnels can be beautiful and picturesque, like the one that I'm walking through right now, or they can be dark and they can be scary. And it's such a metaphor for life and how we go through different phases of our lives and different routes maybe to get to a destination. But then the other thing that I love about the tunnels here is that it actually is an underpinning for the city. It's a foundation of how the city functions. The tunnels allow for traffic to go under the city, which keeps the congestion away from city center. And so when we think about underpinning and we think about the infrastructures that we build in our lives, we think about things like emotional regulation. We think about stability. And when we talk about things like community, we also think about how we give back. And giving back and investing in our community is a foundational principle, especially as an immigrant. Now, I've lived in Guanajuato for almost a year, but I have been living in Mexico for almost 10 years. So I'm not new to living in the country, and I'm not new to being an immigrant to a different country, different than where we've come from, right? So in that community and thinking about the underpinning and thinking about how we give back and how we relate to the chosen community and the place that we choose to call home, I want to tell you a little bit about something that I'm involved in that is a very good cause. Now, I'm not an amazing blogger like Lito is, and I appreciate you sticking through this video to learn more about the community and more about all the different things that we love about Guanajuato. Because I'm not a blogger, I'm actually going to sit down and we can have a little chat about something else that I'd like to tell you about as an organization that I'm involved with that does amazing things here in the city of Guanajuato. In addition to my work as a cognitive behavioral coach and a PT therapist, I've also been involved for, almost 40 years with international women's shelters. So these shelters are for victims of domestic violence, for moms and kids who need to escape a violent setting and get to a place that offers safety so that they can move on to the next phase of their life. One that hopefully includes safety in their future. Now, there is here in Guanajuato a wonderful shelter that is called Casa Esperanza Guanajuato, and every month I raise funds for them by having an event that has to do with my work, mostly around boundaries, consent, things like that, that help us live more authentic and true and yet safer real lives. So monthly I fundraise for them, and it is something that fills my heart with joy. As a survivor of domestic violence in my past, I would never have gotten to where I am now without the support of the women and the people in the organization that supported me when I exited that relationship. There are so little resources in small towns, and Guanajuato is a smaller town. The shelter services women and kids from all over the country, and there are only 2 women's shelters in the entire state of Guanajuato. So this month is our big Christmas fundraiser, and I'm very excited to be working for the shelter to raise money for all the moms and the kids who are currently in the shelter. And we're doing this in order for them to have not only a safe Christmas, but a happy Christmas. The holidays are a hard time to be alone and to have come out of something very, very difficult and very challenging. So the fundraising this month is actually in regards to giving them, every single person in the shelter, getting Christmas presents, things that they want, but also things that they need. And being able to provide a full Christmas dinner for the moms and for the kids to really make it a special time for them for the end of the year. And it's got such a soft spot in my heart. Those of us who are immigrants who come from other countries often are rich. We are rich and we are blessed. And you may be thinking, well, I'm not a millionaire. No, neither am I, but we are rich in the sense that we have community. We're rich in the sense that we have hands that can do work. We can volunteer. We can provide some of the things that are the underpinning for the community that we choose to go live in. And as an immigrant to another country, one that is not where I was born, to me that's very important. I want to not only be part of this community of immigrants and foreigners who live here in Guanajuato, but it's important for me to be a part of the community of people who are here, who are from here, who live here. And any way that we can support that is a very important thing. It's not a matter of being privileged and coming and just living somewhere cheaper than maybe where we came from. It's not necessarily just about escaping potential political stress. It is, on a certain level, for some of us, escaping situations that may not be safe in the countries where we come from, but also, more importantly, the underpinning, like the tunnels here in Guanajuato. The underpinning is to be able to give to the community where I choose to live. And so many people in my community and Lito's community support this kind of work. So many people give back in ways that are absolutely incredible. So if you're considering leaving where you live now, regardless of where that is, and potentially moving to a place like Guanajuato, thinking about the things that provide support to the community and thinking about things that provide that underpinning and give back. Buenas tardes. That give back to the community and be part of that community. It's not a matter of leaving where you are to go and be in a safe foreigner bubble just to live your life. It really is a matter of integrating and seeing the beauty of things where you choose to live, but also seeing the realities. And the realities are there are needs and there are ways that we can help and support. So I appreciate you sticking through a video that doesn't have Lito's handsome face on it, but I have enjoyed this very much, and I hope you guys like this video. Take care.